Good morning, class. In this lesson, I am going to discuss the two methods of deriving a Boolean function from a truth table using SOP and POS. SOP stands for sum of product. It is made up of different minterms came from the truth table, which has only an output of high or 1. Also, in sum of product, the minterms are made of variables based from the inputs, where the inputs are being interpreted as if it's 0, the variable is prime. And if the input is equivalent to 1, the variable is not prime. While for the POS, this is equivalent to product of sum, where these functions are made up of what we call max term. And these max terms came only from the output, which has set to low or equivalent to 0. If in SOP, it is prime if the input is 0. In product of sum, if the input is set to 0, these are the not prime. And those who are set to 1 are the one to be called as prime. To understand more, let's have an example truth table. I am going to draw a truth table first. So here is our truth table. It has 3 inputs, input A, B, and C. And the possible number of combinations having 3 inputs has a total of 8. And these 8 numbers are presented here as decimal equivalent 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now, for the output, we have the following for our discussion. So, let us derive the Boolean function from the given truth table using sum of product. It is stated that in a sum of product, we will only use output which are set to high. And these are the output set to 1. Now, each of this output has an equivalent minterm. So let's write this as minterm subscript 2, minterm subscript 4, minterm subscript 5, minterm subscript 6, and minterm subscript 7. The subscript came from the decimal number equivalent. So, in sum of product, If the input is set to 0, the variable is equivalent to prime. And if the inputs is set to 1, it is not prime. So this is equivalent to A, B, and C, and we will look into the inputs which one is set to 0 and which one is set to 1. So both A and C is set to 0. So this is going to be prime. For min term 4, only B and C is set to 0. So the B and C must be set to prime. While for min term 5, you see that input B is set to 0. So we will set the B as prime and the A and C is set to as not prime. So for M6, only the C input is prime, and the M7, there is no prime because all of the inputs are set to 1. Now that we have the equivalent minterm for each output set to high or 1, we can now derive the Boolean function equivalent. Our function A, B, C, summation of M2, M4, M5, M6, and M7. So this is now equivalent to A prime, B, C prime plus A, B prime, C prime plus A, B, C prime So the next step after getting the Boolean function is to simplify this given. So after simplification, the outcome is function equals to A prime B C prime plus A. And we can use this as our equivalent function for the given truth table.